In a bid to foster continued unity and cooperation between the first two churches planted in Nigeria, the Anglican Methodist Church Commission has been inaugurated. The inauguration took place at Hearst Memorial Methodist Cathedral Church, Yaba, Lagos, and co-officiated by the Primate of All Nigeria Anglican Communion, Most Reverend Dr. Henry Ndukuba, and the Prelate of the Methodist Church of Nigeria, His Eminence Dr. Samuel Uche. Speaking in an interview with ACNN news correspondent Nzubechi Frank, the General Secretary of the Church of Nigeria, Venerable Dr. Paul Dajo, said the Anglican Methodist Church Commission is to foster unity between the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion and the Methodist Church and to encourage them in mission, ministry, governance and other economical activities.
The Anglican Methodist Commission came about as the primate saw the need for the two churches that somehow came into Nigeria at the same time to partner together in mission, in ministry, and in community development. We have had several relationships with the Methodist Church right from inception, and that has continued for a while. And seeing the need of the hour, the primate of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion and the prelate of the Methodist Church Nigeria decided to meet together and to see how these two churches would come together so that they can partner together in mission. So basically, the commission is to foster unity between the two major churches and to also engage the churches together in mission, in ministry, in governance, in other ecumenical activities that God will open it up to them and lead us into.
Throwing more light on the inauguration, the General Secretary, Venerable Dajo, said the Anglican Methodist Church Commission is not a merger of any kind, as no church is collapsing into the other or any form, but that it will be an ecumenism of faith, mission, and fostering one common front in the gospel, and however revealed that the partnership with the Methodist Church has brought about both churches agreeing in theologically.
The Anglican Church will remain the Anglican Church, which is the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, and the Methodist Church Nigeria will also remain the Methodist Church Nigeria. So it is not a merger of a sort. No church is collapsing into another, or the two churches are not collapsing into another form, but it will strictly be a communion, a meeting together, an ecumenism of faith, ecumenism of mission, ecumenism of fostering one common front in the gospel. So the clergy will relate as they've always related across the churches. The bishops and the archbishops will also relate as they have always been, but they will maintain their identity as Methodists while we maintain our identity as Anglicans, but just working together. So there will be no cross-border transfer unless where there is need for such. However, it is important to put it on record that our partnership with the Methodist Church, like I said earlier, has brought about us agreeing theologically. For instance, the Emmanuel College of Theology in Ibadan is co-sponsored and co-owned by the Methodist Church Nigeria and the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion. Similarly, we have other ventures, other grounds where we are together as partners in the mission of the church. So that's how it will continue.
While stating that the commission will be co-chaired, that is, one chairman from each side, there will also be two secretaries, one from each side. He also revealed members of the commission from the Anglican side.
The Anglican Methodist Commission is going to be co-chaired. That is, there will be the chairman from the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, co-chairing with the chairman from the Methodist Church Nigeria. In this our case, The chairman of the Anglican side is the Most Reverend Dr. Alexander Ibezim, the Archbishop of the province of the Niger and the Bishop of Oka Diocese. And there are other members of his committee, which include the Most Reverend Dr. David Onoha, the Right Reverend Dr. Duke Akamisoko, the Right Reverend Timothy Yahaya, the Right Reverend Babatunde Ogumbanwo, the Right Reverend Robinson Adeyi, the Venerable Joshua Lambert, the Venerable Dr. Prince Will Iroba, the Venerable Feyi Ojelabi, the Venerable Professor Taye Aluko, the Venerable Professor Udobata Onowa, and the Venerable Dr. Izuna Eze. These are members of the commission from our own end. But the co-chairman is Archbishop Ibezim, and the co-secretary is the Bishop of Kuba, the Right Reverend Dr. Duke Akamisoko. So in this case, we'll have 2 chairmen, 2 secretaries, 1 from each side.